Good evening. This is a regular scheduled meeting of the Kettering City Council. Today's date is June 23, 2026. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please join me in the invocation. Dear God, we thank you for tonight. We thank you for interested residents and neighbors and citizens of Kettering. We ask that you help us just be neighbors tonight, that we listen with care, and we work together for the common good of the city. Again, thank you for this meeting tonight, and amen. I'm working off a new computer tonight, so it's going to be bumpy. I'm just going to be honest. I've got papers, I've got Amy, and a new computer. It's going to be fine. We'll get going. But first, I want to recognize the Miami Valley Communication Council's Technology Group Government Production Technician, Evan Russell, in the back tonight, filming and streaming us live. Thank you, Evan, the longest title in the business. Tonight, our newest member, Ryan Conkle, has an excused absence for this evening, and we'll see him back at the July 14 meeting. With that, I'll call on our Vice Mayor, Lisa Duval. I'm sorry. I told you, we'll see how this goes. We'll call on Mr. Sullivan for approval of the June 9, 2026 workshop and council meeting minutes.
Your Honor, I have read and reviewed the council meeting and workshop minutes from June 9th, 2026. I find them in order, and I move for their approval.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any questions on the minutes from June 9? Seeing none, we can call the roll.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
Ms. Arbor?
Yes.
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Mr. Palmer?
Yes.
Ms. Duval?
Yes.
Mayor Sutton?
Yes. Tonight we have a few one proclamation and some appointments, and I'll call on Ms. Arbor for tonight's proclamation to the Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Arts Department.
Thank you, Mayor. Whereas the Parks and Recreation Department are an integral part of the communities throughout the country, including the city of Kettering, and whereas the Parks and Recreation improves the quality of life for our residents by building a healthy and active and connective community, and whereas Parks and Recreation contributes to the well-being of our community by providing places and programs for children, adults, families to connect with nature, arts, and each other, and whereas Parks and Recreation creates a treasured memories and family traditions that are passed down from generation to generation. Whereas the U.S. House of Representatives has designated July as Parks, Rec, and Month, and whereas Kettering, Ohio recognizes the health, societal, economical, environmental benefits derived from parks and recreation. Therefore, Brian N. Sudeth, Mayor of the City of Kettering, Ohio, on behalf of the City of Council and the community, do hereby proclaim July 2026 to be Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Arts Month. In the city of Kettering, Ohio, we urge all citizens to become involved in the outstanding leisure, programs, facilities, and open spaces available to them during the summer months and year-round.
I'll present this to Jen Brandt from Parks, Recreation, Cultural Arts. So I'll give this to you first, then give the mic and the floor to you for comments.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
On behalf of our department, we just want to say thank you to Council for your continued support. Thank you for proclaiming July Parks and Recreation Month, and we encourage everyone to come out and enjoy our events this summer. Thank you.
Thank you, Jen. Tonight we have two appointments, one to the Board of Zoning and Appeals and one to the Planning Commission. I would ask for a motion from Council to appoint Mr. Scott Byers to the Board of Zoning and Appeals for the term ending 12/31/2029, as well as Mr. Stephen Noss to the Planning Commission for the term ending 12/31/30. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Hearing a motion's moved and seconded. Any conversation on Mr. Byers or Mr. Noss? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion passes. No public hearings this evening. And for public comment on tonight's legislation, Anyone wishing to speak before council with comments or new information about the legislation on tonight's agenda may do so at this time. Each speaker is limited to 5 minutes. Speakers must state their name and address, and comments should be addressed to council. If you have comments that are not about tonight's legislation or tonight's agenda, there will be an opportunity for those to be heard later in the meeting. If you have comments on tonight's agenda, now is the time to come to the podium. If it's an agenda item, now's the time.
Kathleen Nyheisel, 348 Canterbury Drive, Kettering, Ohio. Question on the ordinance of this in a second reading. Is that what I'm allowed to ask about, correct? Is that now?
You can speak. Yes, ma'am.
Is the publication of notices? You ask, it's very obscure here. I'm not sure exactly what you're trying to pin down. I'm hoping that's not the charter amendments that we put on the ballot years ago and asked for you to send out the postcard.
No, ma'am.
Is that included in the publication of notices?
No, ma'am.
Okay. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep. Seeing none, we'll continue with tonight's agenda. The first item on the agenda is ordinance in second reading.
I have an ordinance authorizing the submission to a vote of the qualified electors of the City of Kettering the question of whether to amend various sections of the city charter concerning residency requirements, publication of notices, pronoun use, and appeals from Planning Commission and the Board of Zoning Appeals. This is in second reading, and I move for approval.
Second.
Hearing it's been moved and seconded, I'll ask Ms. Pasqualone for comments on item number 1.
Thank you, Your Honor. This ordinance will authorize the submission to a vote of the qualified electors of the City of Kettering the questions of whether to amend various sections of the city charter concerning 1, residency requirements for the city manager and department directors, 2, the addition of options for public notice, 3, the usage of nouns in place of gender-specific pronouns, and establishing an appeals process by ordinance for appeals from the Planning Commission and the Board of Zoning Appeals. The 2026 Charter Review Committee submitted its report to Council, and Council acknowledged that submission on May 26, 2026. This ordinance approves that report and authorizes the submission of the proposed amendments to the qualified electors of Kettering, which will be in the fall. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Any questions for the law director tonight? Hearing none, we can call the roll.
Ms. Duvall?
Yes.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
Ms. Arbor?
Yes.
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Mr. Palmer?
Yes.
Mayor Sedith?
Yes. And with that, we'll move to our normal scheduled resolutions this evening.
Your Honor, I have a resolution amending Resolution 11468-26 to authorize the city manager to contract with Motorola Solutions, Inc. through P&R Communications for the purchase of a locution access console computer, upgrades for the access dispatch conversion, site controller, and implementation services for the Kettering Dispatch Center, waiving sealed bids. The estimated cost is $392,172. The amount budgeted is $103,214. And this is requested by the police department, and I move for its approval.
Second.
Being moved and seconded, we'll call Mr. Greason for comments.
Thank you, Your Honor. This all relates to State of Ohio required upgrades of our 911 system as part of implementation of what is called the Next Generation 911. The city initially planned to perform the upgrades starting in 2027. And the total project cost was originally estimated at $542,172. However, the city has the opportunity to save approximately $150,000 by purchasing all of the upgrades in 2026. The net cost of $392,172, significantly less, I will note, than the original estimate, will be split with $196,958 paid from 911 funds, $78,214 paid from the Fire Department General Fund, and $117,000 paid from the Dispatch Division General Fund. We also provide services to Miami Township. Miami Township will reimburse the City of Kettering for the $117,000 amount coming out of the general fund, a contribution over a 5-year period to cover its share of the improvements. Be glad to answer any questions that you may have. Obviously, this is critical to fulfilling our responsibilities for the state of Ohio Next Gen 911 program.
Any questions for Mr. Greason? Seeing none, we can call the roll.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
Ms. Arbor?
Yes.
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Mr. Palmer?
Yes.
Ms. Duval?
Yes.
Mayor Sedith?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have a resolution authorizing the city manager to use competitive bargaining and negotiated quotes to contract for the demolition of 4614 and 4618 through 4652 Wilmington Pike, waiving sealed bidding. The estimated cost is $1,368,200. The amount budgeted is $0. It's requested by Planning and Development. I move for approval.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Mr. Chudowski.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. As council is aware, the city's been pursuing nuisance abatement of the former Wilmington Heights Shopping Center for several months now. This particular legislation will allow the city to move to market, to identify and select a demolition contractor who will demolish the vast majority of the building. The area subject to this nuisance abatement measure is the vacant portion of the building, so we will be looking to remove that portion of the building, and this project will not affect the occupied portions of the building, which includes Troney Brothers and the Kings Point Pub. The estimated cost of this project in consideration of those occupied spaces is estimated at $1.3 million. The cost of this project will eventually be placed on the tax roll of the current property owner so that those costs may be recovered by the city at a future date. We would ask that City Council adopt this legislation this evening. Happy to answer any questions or concerns that you all may have.
Any questions for Assistant City Manager Chudowski?
I have just one comment. If you could repeat one more time, the cost will be passed through.
Yes, sir. The costs associated with this project will be levied to the tax roll for reimbursement to the city at a future date.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Seeing no other questions, we can call the roll.
Ms. Arbor?
Yes.
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Mr. Palmer?
Yes.
Ms. Duval?
Yes.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
Mayor Sedith?
Yes.
I have a resolution to make supplemental appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the City of Kettering, State of Ohio during the fiscal year ending December 31, 2026. The estimated cost is $657,158 and is requested by the Finance Department. I move for its approval.
Second. Mr. Greason.
Okay, yes, Your Honor. This is the appropriation part of the agenda to help move forward the items that you just recently approved earlier in the meeting. The first is a supplemental appropriation of $1,368,200 for the demolition of the former Wilmington Heights Shopping Center, as Mr. Chudowski just outlined, because it is a public nuisance. And as he stated, that will be placed on the property tax roll. The city will reduce the economic development capital budget by $1 million, previously approved by council. And that is the first one. The second supplemental appropriation is for the $117,000 for the purchase of 5 dispatch consoles as part of the Next Gen 911 emergency communication system. That particular amount will be recovered through reimbursements from Miami Township over a 5-year period beginning in 2027. The third supplemental appropriation is for $171,958, and it's for the previously unbudgeted amounts that we were planning in a future year for the portion of the dispatch console replacements that will be charged to the wireless 911 fund. And be glad to answer any questions that you may have about these supplemental appropriations.
Any questions for Mr. Greason? Seeing none, we call the roll.
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Mr. Palmer?
Yes.
Ms. Duval?
Yes.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
Ms. Arbor?
Yes.
Mayor Sudduth?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have an ordinance to amend the text of various sections of the City of Kettering zoning code. This is requested by the Planning and Development Department, and I move for its approval.
Second.
Mr. Robillard.
Thank you, Your Honor. This particular amendment, there was a public hearing before City Council 2 meetings ago. But what this does is updates the permitted use table, which are uses that are permitted by right as a main use for properties. That includes certain storage uses, tobacco and vaping shops, and kiosks. The other major change is to change our notification procedures for rezonings to align with the state of Ohio statutes. And then there's various corrections that were made throughout that, just minor corrections. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions tonight for Mr. Robillard? Hearing none, we can call the roll.
Mr. Palmer?
Yes.
Ms. Duval?
Yes.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
Ms. Arbor?
Yes.
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Mayor Sudduth?
Yes. Ms. Hayslip, would you lead us through tonight's certifications and petitions?
Your Honor, we have 3 this evening. The first is a certification. Planning Commission is recommending approval of case PC-25-013 zoning text amendment. A public hearing regarding this request will be held at a future City Council meeting. Second certification. Planning Commission is recommending approval of case PC-26-010, rezoning of 37/3750 Far Hills Avenue and 3775 Schroyer Road, and pattern district redesignation for 3700/3750 Far Hills Avenue. A public hearing regarding this request will be held at a future City Council meeting. We did receive 1 petition. The Clerk of Council received a petition on June 8th, 2026, regarding a nuisance property located at 1137 Eureka Drive. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hayslip. With that, I'll turn it over to you, Mr. Greason, for the manager's report and community update.
Thank you, Your Honor. I will be brief. We want to encourage everyone to participate in our Saturday, July 4th, 2026 Go Forth celebration at what I think is one of the best parks in the region, Delco Park. There'll be fireworks, bounce houses, food trucks, a DJ, and lots of entertainment and fun, and of course the best fireworks in the Miami Valley. Our offices will be closed Friday, July 3rd in observation of Independence Holiday. We want to always encourage people during the summer to have block parties as a terrific way to meet and get acquainted with their neighbors. If you're interested in having a block party, residents can visit the city's website or call the engineering department, who gives the permission to do that. Ms. Duval would not let me get away with not saying that it is time for the Kettering Leadership Academy to accept applications for the 2026-2027 class, which is not the best class ever, but they're going to be close, I'm sure.
It's because mine was.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. The Kettering Leadership Academy is a really wonderful program that helps develop leaders in our community and have citizen interested in future leadership learn all about Kettering. We also want to highlight our Good Neighbor program. If you have a good neighbor, we want to know, and there is an opportunity to give that good neighbor an award. This celebrates individuals who go above and beyond doing good deeds and who are especially kind and neighborly. So we encourage people to nominate their good neighbor, and nominations are due by July 31st. We not only recognize good neighbors who do kind works, we also recognize people who do an exceptional job maintaining the aesthetics of their property and keeping Kettering beautiful. You can nominate a neighbor who does that, or a business, or yourself, or any Kettering resident that you think is deserving by visiting our website or by emailing Lindsay Curry, our volunteer administrator in the Communications and Engagement Office. Mulch is available. I think we're going to say that at every meeting until it's gone, but I am told there is still some available if you can beat my truck to the mulch pile this weekend. And lastly, we're always striving to encourage healthy behaviors and maintain the health of our community. So we regularly highlight these blood pressure clinic dates that we sponsor at the Dayton Metro Library on Far Hills. And as you can see, there is one last June date tomorrow. Next meeting, we will highlight the third quarter dates. I'll be glad to answer any questions. Thank you for the opportunity.
Any questions for Mr. Greason on his report?
Could I add 2 comments? Do you mind?
Yes, ma'am.
For the block parties, when you apply for a permit for the block party, make sure you ask about or look up the ice cream grants. You get free ice cream for your block party. So it's a nice little benefit from the Board of Community Relations. Also, along the same lines of the Board of Community Relations, she's going to get really mad at me, but Gwen Owen is in the front row here. She's part of the Board of Community Relations who handles the Good Neighbor Award. So if you have any questions or you want any information, ask her. Wave to everybody, Gwen. It's really a great program, so make sure you look into it and nominate someone. That's all.
I'm taking that time out of your report in a few minutes. Okay. At this time, if you'd like to come speak before City Council, please come down to the podium. Each speaker will have a 5-minute limit. Speakers are asked to state their name and address. If there's anyone who'd like to speak to City Council tonight, now's the time. It's a race. But everybody in Kettering is so polite. They're like, no, you go first, I'll wait, I'll go. So, Judge Henney, good evening.
Good evening, how are you? Nice to meet you, thank you so much. My name's Michelle Haney, and I think you said address as well. I live at 414 Wiltshire Boulevard, just on the other side of Kettering here in Oakwood. And I am one of your Montgomery County Common Pleas Court judges. I'm thankful for the opportunity to introduce myself and speak with you this evening at the City Council meeting. In addition to being a judge, I'm also a mom and a wife. My husband and I have made this area our home with our 2 children, Allison, who's 14, and Brendan, who's 11. I grew up in Southwest Ohio in the northern Cincinnati area and made Dayton my home since I attended the University of Dayton School of Law in 2003. Since graduating from law school, I also dedicated my career to public service, serving as an assistant prosecuting attorney for 13 years in Montgomery County and 6 years in Greene County. In addition to dedicating my career in public service, I'm also committed to serving our community that I call our home, or made our community our home. And I'm open to discussion or any questions related to Common Pleas Court, anything that might come before us, although I can't discuss actual cases that are pending. Certainly happy to discuss any type of questions about jury duty, how cases come before our court, or anything about the criminal justice system. I do thank you for the opportunity to allow me to introduce myself today and the opportunity to speak.
Good evening, Your Honor and Counsel. My name is Steve Dill, and my address is 2129 Pittsfield Street. I have lived in Kettering for the past 22 years, and in 2019, I bought my home here because of how beautiful and peaceful the city is. The home I currently live was sold to me for $94,000. In the last 6 years, the estimated property value has doubled, according to Zillow. Recently, a house down the street was fully renovated and was sold for over $200,000 and was sold back in March, according to Zillow. That house is a 1-story, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and an 888 square foot home. I am deeply concerned with the rising costs with housing. It may be good. It may be good for me when I decide to sell my home. However, how would a first-time buyer benefit from it? As someone who has been in construction for nearly 10 years, I can tell you that some, not all, homes could potentially require major repairs, such as structural, mechanical, electrical, etc., throughout Kettering in the next 10 to 20 years from now. My question to council is this: how can we, as the community, help minimize the rising costs in housing that will help attract more residents and keep encouraging them to want to live in this beautiful city? And does the city still provide a down payment assistance program through the Ownership Center of Greater Dayton for first-time home buyers?
Thanks, Steve, for the questions. And real short, 2 things. One, we're trying to build housing to increase capacity and open up more doors. 2, we do still have the home buyers assistance program, first-time home buyers at the city level, as well as major repair programs for home buyers that qualify financially. So I would direct you, I mean, we can talk after this as soon as the meeting's over and give you the links to the website, but we work closely with the county folks in community development to help funnel folks here, as well as make those dollars available through city funds every year. So we're doing all we can and continue to work with the county auditor and the state to find some relief for what you're seeing. So you're not alone.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's you. You guys are so polite, you know.
Mayor, thank you for allowing me to speak. Chief, thank you for being here. City Council, thank you. My name is Steve Abshire. I'm also a judge, common pleas. I just want to thank the city of Kettering. Quick story, I worked for Matt Heck. That was my first job out of law school. And I wanted to get married. And I was limited what I could do outside the prosecutor's office. Luckily, I found a job working at the Phrase. So I thank the city of Kettering, because without the city of Kettering, I couldn't have bought my wife the engagement ring that she deserved. I worked every shift possible the Phrase could give me. I worked Willie Nelson, every act that came out there. I didn't get close to the stage. They had me in the parking lot, but I didn't care. But I owe it to the city of Kettering for giving me that job and allowing me to work. And I did get that engagement ring later that year, and it's the best decision I ever made, marrying my wife. I also have connections with the city of Kettering. After I left the prosecutor's office, I worked for a small firm right there on Stroop, Compton, Murr, Claypool, and Macbeth. That's where I learned a lot of my civil experience, and also I represented clients, which was a little bit different. Leaving the prosecutor's office, I represented a lot of children in juvenile court, and I got to represent a lot of adults that also had issues, a lot of drug issues. So that brought me to where I'm at now, common pleas. I took over for Judge Atkins, who a lot of you may know. He ran the veterans treatment docket, and I have great respect for Judge Atkins. I was a veteran myself right out of high school. My grandpa, I didn't have much decision. He was an Army vet, and he's like, Steve, this is what you're doing. He did the same thing for my younger brother, Jeff, proudly served, and that's where I got the money to go to school. Used the GI Bill, went to Wright State University. But I was City of Kettering. That's where I learned a lot of my law practice after I left the prosecutor's office. So I'm very thankful to Brooks Compton and also the Phrase for being here. I just want to introduce myself. Kettering's a great, great city. I live right off of Mad River. Probably can get here in 5 to 7 minutes, but City of Kettering is a great place, and thank you for allowing me to speak.
Thank you, Judge. Brooks Compton is the better dressed mayor every time. He knows it. So, any further comments tonight for the council? Now's the time. Mr. Brightman.
Yeah. Good evening, Mayor, Council. It's good to be back. I am absolutely honored.
For the record, give us your name and address, just for the record.
All right, Kenny Brightman
Thank
III, 35 Southmore Circle Northeast. I want to thank many of the people behind me as well who came in support of the 5959 bigger road project. You guys are all aware of it at this point. I put a small post on Facebook eliciting a little bit of support from my friends. Little did I know that would be viewed in a multi-state region, and now in 48 hours has been seen by 96,000 people. I have people that have reached out from all kinds of different avenues. The local businesses, whether they are from food service in that area, and different segments, including people from Cincinnati. I was reached out to by a racer who is a paraplegic and a mechanical engineer. And he said, I want to help with this project. I said, fantastic, this is a great idea. I want to make 2 of your carts that you're doing as part of your project ADA compliant, so more people can come into your city. I will drive from Cincinnati to support you. I had another message come in from a lady who said, oh my gosh, my daughter sent this to me. What? This is so exciting. I can't believe this. I worked for a prominent collector in Michigan for 11 years, managing his collection in his museum. It would be an honor to come down and work for you so I can see my family and continue my automotive passion. I could tell you story after story of the last 48 hours that have unfolded in my life, and it's incredible. And I want to thank you guys. I know that there was a motion passed just before this that rolled in vehicle storage, which is a critical component of this project moving forward. We had a very productive conversation earlier today. I've had discussions with a lot of you up here, and previous discussions in a meeting that was about 6 weeks ago. With that said, we're okay with what has happened. We're not going to fight that. We've developed a collaborative dialogue, and I believe that we collectively can make this project happen and a win for everybody here. Not only with the city, but also the people on the greater reach of who this is going to serve, from out-of-town people coming in and others that want to invest in our city, not only with their dollars and cents, but actually move here with a potential second property as a car condo. So with that, I say thank you guys so much. I have to trust in the people that we've elected and the processes that are in place. So that's all I have to say. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Mr. Brightman. Okay, final call for comments. We're on a roll, come on. Okay, hearing none, I'm going to turn it back to Lisa Duval, who always has something to add to start council reports tonight. Vice Mayor Duval.
I have no update tonight, thank you.
What?
Well, I'll make mine brief. Mr. Greason already said this, but I hope to see you guys at the 4th of July celebration at Delco Park. It's the best in the area. They do a great job. But there are a couple other things going on in the city. Lincoln Park and the Phrase. I have said this before, but the outdoor movie series that's going on. 2 weeks ago, I saw Mr. Bergstresser there. I had my kids. It was a Pixar movie for kids. Some are for kids, some are like, maybe you wouldn't take young kids, PG-13 or whatever, so you want to check it out ahead of time. You can go on the city website to see what movies are playing. But it was a really cool experience. Great picture. We had a perfect night, so you hope the weather's good at the Phrase Voice. But I would encourage you guys to check that out. And then also before our next meeting, one of my favorite events at Lincoln Park is Kickin' Chicken Fest, and that is July 11th. So most people have heard about that already, but if you have not, it is worth checking out. There's a lot of delicious food there. So that's it for me.
So I'm going to talk a little bit about Rosewood tonight. They have their view is open there. It's now open between now and July 18th. That's one of my favorite exhibitions that they have there. This year they had 114 individual artists submitted a total of 308 pieces. There's 48 pieces that you can go and see. And what makes this so special is they have that you can record what you think of the pieces of art. If you go out to Play Kettering and to the Rosewood page, they have some very young children talking about these pieces of art. If you go out and listen to them talk about the art, it will make your day, because they're just talking about, this is what I see in this piece of art, and it's just a recording, and it's a really, really fun thing. on top of the view being an amazing, they've now added this additional piece to it. So the last day is July 18th. If you do go the last day, it is a reception. They have food and wine on that last day.
Just a couple of quick things for me. As we all know, next Saturday is the 4th of July. I hope everyone has a safe and happy 3-day weekend. And I haven't said this for a while, but there's a lot of activities that weekend. People are out shopping, dining out, adult beverages at certain establishments. Spend your dollars in Kettering.
America's 250th. I encourage you to head over to ketteringoh.org. Find the middle of the page. There's a great section on celebrating America's 250th birthday. You can explore, this is for kids, the Passport Adventure activity. There are art and writing workshops. There's even a section on how to host a neighborhood block party. And of course, the 4th of July at Delco Park. That's it for me.
On that topic, you know, the Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Arts Department put together this passport of activities throughout the city that you can stamp when you complete activities in our city, marking the 250th. The first person completed the passport. And so at our next meeting on July 14, we're going to recognize that individual. It's pretty exciting. So if you haven't got your passport, you're behind because someone's already filled their book with the stamps, and they'll be recognized in a couple weeks here at this council meeting. So don't miss that opportunity. I want to speak quickly about something that I know people here tonight want to hear about, and we're talking about our e-bikes and electric assisted bikes. I met with a member of the legislature this morning. The state is taking it up. And last week, members of our staff met regionally with the Miami Valley Regional Planning Commission. We've been talking about what legislation looks like in the region and across the state to regulate the use for e-bikes to make that mode of transportation safer, not only for the cyclists, motorists, but the folks in cars who are seeing them whiz by us on sidewalks and crosswalks. We know it's an issue. We know that it needs addressed, and we're approaching it from the region and the state level so that there's not a disjointed set of rules that Oakwood doesn't do one thing and Kettering another and West Carrollton and Moraine something different, that this is something that's in progress. It's in process from all levels, from public safety to legal department to engineering, that this is something that has our attention, and I just wanted to talk about that tonight. Tomorrow I'm actually in a session in Columbus with mayors from across the state talking about this topic as well. It is something that we're all thinking about and working on. And as drivers, if you can do your part, just watch closer at the crosswalks, because kids are not, and adults, these aren't all young people, are not stopping at the crosswalks, and just do your part. With that, I hope to see you at Delco Park next Saturday night. It's going to be a great time. There's a DJ. Lucky for you, Bob and I are not in charge of the tunes, so this should be pretty good music. And the fireworks show. So come prepared for the evening. Leave your pets at home. Leave things that are going to annoy your neighbors, because we're going to be packed in tight on blankets and chairs. But just come ready to be their neighbors and celebrate the 4th of July here in Kettering. And with that, no further business to come before the city. This time, our next regular scheduled meeting will be on July 14th, 2026, when for the first time since August 2025, 7 members will be seated together on the dais. So I hope to see you back then, and this meeting tonight is adjourned.